There was this boy who would get angry and he would lose his temper often. And he didn't know how to control it. So his father came up with this ideal. And he gave his son this bag of nails and this hammer. And he walked him in the garage. And he said, son, what I want you to do is use this wall. And every time you lose your temper, I want you to bang one nail in the wall. So, the first day passed and the boy banged 20 nails in the wall. After a few weeks, he done banged over 100 and something nails in the wall. As it gradually went on, the boy was able to control his temper. So he was excited about it. He ran to his father. He said, Father, I have learned to control my temper, so I don't need to bang nails in the wall no more. The father said, great, son. Great. I'm happy to hear that. Now, what I want you to do is for every time that you are able to control your anger, I want you to pull one nail out of the wall. He said, okay, Father. So weeks went by, and the boy gradually pulled every nail out of the wall. So he ran to his father. He said, Father, I have pulled every nail out of the wall. He said, I'm proud of you, son. Good job. So he walks his son to the garage and to the wall. And he says, son, I want you to look at this wall. And the son looks at the wall. And he says, you see these holes in the walls? He said, yes. He said, every time that you lost your temper, you put a hole in this wall. And he said, you see that you pulled them out, right? And he said, yes. And he said, the holes are still in the wall. He said, this is what happens when you lose your temper. You put holes in people and you hurt them. The moral of the story is, a lot of times we tend to get emotional about situations. We tend to lose our temper. We get angry. Family members, relationships, our kids. And we say things that sometimes is hurtful. And we don't know the effect that it have on someone. However, we feel like we're venting, or we being real, or we being honest. But when you say something to someone that is harmful or hurtful, that leaves damage on you, I want you to think about back in the times when you was a kid, or when you was younger and your parents said something to you that might have been hurtful, or somebody said something that might have been hurtful. And you can remember the pain that you felt. And even still, you probably have a feeling towards that person and what they said to you. That's because when you say stuff to people, it leaves a lasting effect on them, especially if it's out of anger. We have to learn to control our anger. We have to understand that we have to be able to articulate ourselves in a way that what we are saying to the person is conveyed in the right way. However, we are able to say it that it's not harmful to them, but helpful to them. Anger is a serious thing. Trust me, I know. I've lost my temper many of times in life. And a lot of times I've regretted. And I know that the anger that I had at that point in time came from internal validation within myself, meaning insecurities, and also external situations that I felt like I couldn't control. So I brought it on someone else, and I expressed it on them, and I housed my anger in them. So I put holes in them that I can never heal. And I want you to know, there's a quote that says, anger, holding on to anger, is like holding on to hot coal. It does more damage to you than it does to the other person. We have to learn to first understand that we can't be angry at every situation. We have to be more proactive than reactive. Because when we're angry and we start spitting this venom at our loved ones or friends or family members, we're pouring into them acid, but not love. We're harming them more than we're hurting them. So I say, learn to control your anger. If you have to walk away from the situation, if you have to take deep breaths, if you have to figure out another way to do it, go to the gym, do some push-ups. But don't let the anger control you. Because once the anger controls you, you are not in control no more. It's your emotions that are in control. Learn to control yourself. Learn to understand that anger, hurt, and insecurities are not helpful. We have to look within ourselves and find out what can we do so we can provide the necessary solutions to bring love. And I'm going to sign off with that. Cash. Constantly achieving successful habits every day. You heard? You already know. Can't spell Donnell without the O-N-E. Always have been, always will be the chosen one. Peace.